Good evening, Fernwood. It is your spectator sidekick, Neil, and it's time for us to be an audience to another episode of Mary Hartman, Mary Hartman. We are watching today episode 177 from December 7th, 1976. Let's take a look at yesterday, which started with Loretta and Jody reaching New Jersey and Dr. Fracas, who is now no longer a veterinarian and has started his own religion. Dr. Fracas remembers that he didn't get Charlie out of jail, and then also recalls that there was another man in jail who seemed like a mobster. Mary makes a friendly visit to Tippy Toe's trailer, but then finds Merle half naked in bed. Merle puts on a shirt and then turns on the seduction. It's a bit creepy, to be honest. Later at the TV studio, Merle and Wanda prepare for campaigning. Merle suggests after the election that he and Wanda have a private celebration, and Wanda's quite glad about that. After the subject of Merle and Annie dating comes up, Wanda brings up that Annie might be bisexual, much to the protest of Merle, and after Annie tries to defend the potential that someone could be attracted to someone of the same gender, Merle knocks it down with a homophobic mention of the Bible, and Wanda looks disappointed. Speaking of disappointment, Loretta and Jody arrive back home from their trip to New Jersey. An incredibly anxious Mary jumps through the door and seems embarrassed because she thinks she's caught Loretta and Jody in some kind of tryst. Loretta picks up, though, that Mary knows something that has happened to Charlie, and after trying to save everyone's feelings, Mary lets on that Charlie says that he is going very, very far away. Though she doesn't mention that he suggested that he would jump off of the Golden Gate Bridge. In any case, Loretta ends the episode in tears. Those are all the bullet points I have for yesterday, everyone. Let's get going.
Mary Hartman! Mary Hartman!
Dear Journal, what I've been thinking about lately is being bisexual. Bi, as in bicentennial, only a little dirtier. I don't mean my being bisexual. I wouldn't even think about that. I mean Annie being bisexual, which I think she is, and I must say I find very interesting. So I think I'll really try to find out about her. Now, what I've got to do is find reasons for seeing her without letting her know I'm just observing her and making notes on the sly. I wonder what I should wear to throw her off the track. I think I'll wear Tom's dirty sweatshirt and Heather's platform shoes, just in case.
Yeah? Come in.
Oh, hi.
Hi, Mary.
Hi. I was just going to the market to shop. So I just wanted to know if you wanted anything from the market to eat. Because I was going to go to the market anyway. So I thought, I'd just get something from the market if you wanted it.
Well, thanks very much, but I really don't need anything.
Oh, well, good. So how are you?
I'm fine. Everything's fine.
Oh, good. That's really good. So what's new? I mean, so what have you been doing?
Anything and anybody.
Now, that's a sexual reference, isn't it?
What are you writing?
Oh, this is just something I forgot to put on the shopping list. I always have to make out a shopping list when I go shopping, or else I just forget, what I'm supposed to get when I'm shopping.
What?
So who you been doing it with? I mean, whom?
What are you leading to?
Oh, absolutely nothing. I don't lead. Been making...
Did you, think of something else?
a cake. Yeah, for the shopping list. Not important.
How about amending that to fun friends?
Fun friends? Fun friends. What fun friends?
Well, I mean, people like you.
Fun friend is someone that you really share a very common experience with, don't you think?
What kind of experience did you have in mind?
None. Absolutely none.
But don't you want us to be friends?
In not that sense.
What sense?
Well, in any sense that you mean. I mean, I want us to be friends, but I mean not, friends.
You're so nervous. Can't you just relax?
Oh, I am. I mean, I am so relaxed. I mean, you wouldn't believe how relaxed I am.
Here, turn around.
No. Why? I mean, no, why?
Well, because you can always tell how tense a person is by the muscles at the base of the neck.
Yeah, well, my muscles lie. You see, basically, I have very stiff muscles ever since I quit smoking.
Well, then you must be thinking about something that's making you nervous.
No.
Hey, look, come on. I want to show you something.
What?
It'll help you forget about whatever is or isn't making you nervous.
Where?
In the bedroom.
In your bedroom? You mean the one in there? What for?
I think you'll like it. Just trust me.
No, I don't think I like it. I mean, I have a feeling I won't. I have a very good feeling I won't. I know I won't like it.
Mary, what's the matter?
Nothing. I really just don't want you to show me anything interesting in the bedroom. Please don't make me, see the bedroom.
But you're shivering.
There's a draft. I'm feeling a draft.
Wait a minute.
Annie, please!
This is what I wanted to show you, and if there's a draft, all the better.
Sex on a quilt.
I picked it up at an antique store. Here, if you're cold, put it around your
Annie, really? That's really okay, really? No, really, Annie, it's okay. I get flushes.
Doesn't that feel better?
Great. It feels great.
Hi, Annie. Annie.
Oh, Tom.
Mary.
Tom. Annie, hi.
Hey, what's going on?
Nothing, Tom. Nothing at all. Annie was just covering me with this unusually asexual quilt. How was your day?
Fine.
Nice to see you home from work, darling. Isn't it nice to see him?
Yeah, listen,
Yeah.
Mary, I want to talk to you for a minute, all right?
Yeah, maybe we can talk, Tom, when we get,
No, it's-
HOME.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Look, if you two want to talk privately, I'll split.
No, that's okay.
Listen, I can do a little marketing for you. Here, marketing.
Oh, no, that's okay.
That's fine.
No,
You see,
really.
we've never been in a trailer before alone, just man and woman.
Well, great. I'll just take your shopping list with me, okay?
Yeah.
See you later.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
What?
She took my list.
So?
Tom, there is nothing on that list that you can buy at the Federated.
Now, look, Mary, what is going on?
Research, Tom. It's just research.
Jody. Hi, how do I look?
Woo-hoo-hoo! You look better than a high school cheerleader and a homecoming queen all rolled into one.
Well, the funny thing is, see, I actually did wear this in high school to the prom when I met Charlie, back in Oklahoma. Oh, I can't tell you. See, he was visiting his nephew, Matthew, and so he was asked to chaperone for the dance and everything. We just met and fell in love.
Still no word from Charlie, though, huh?
No, but there will be. I mean, I don't know what it is, but I just feel like, whenever I sing, that wherever he is, he can hear me. It's kind of like a God sent telegraph service, between the two of us.
Well, I hope you're right, Loretta.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you at this time the Capri Lounge's favorite performer, our own little country and western star, Miss Loretta Haggers.
Yeah! Woo! Woo!
Thank you very much. Please save it for later. Thank you. I'd like to just get right down tonight and sing a song about a very special person who made me who and what I am today. Now, I don't need to name names. I mean, for those of you out there who are my big fans, well, you know who he is. And for those of you who are not my big fans, I apologize. But he knows who he is. And, honey, I just want to tell you that I miss you so much. And I want you to come home. Hit it, Macon and Richie. Oh, my baby boy done gone. and left me all alone on the dance room floor. Now there's no reason, since my baby boy done left me. Well, there's no reason for the music any more. So I'm selling my prom dress to the Salvation Army, 'cause I won't be needing it no more. So I'm selling my prom dress to the Salvation Army, 'cause my baby boy done walked out my door. Oh, that night that we danced at the sweet high school prom, I was the teen queen you held in your palm. Oh, you told me that you loved me, said that we'd never part, and you gave me a wrist corsage in the shape of your heart.
Yeah!
That's not all.
Woo!
Listen to this. Now it's been so many years since I was that prom queen, and in oh so many ways, well, it seems just like a dream. Well, we moved to dear old Fernwood, and we're happy here, I thought, till that night in the motel when you went and got shot. Oh, Charlie, come home. Please, baby boy, come home before I have to sell my prom dress and our dream. Charlie, come home. Oh, baby boy, come on home and dance with your lonely prom queen.
Woo! All right, yeah.
Thank you.
Dang.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Jody, I really think Charlie heard me. I mean, I could just feel him listening.
I hope so, Loretta. God, I hope so.
You're looking good, River. You look very fetching. Very fetching tonight. Very inviting, River. I can't swim, did I tell you that? What was that?
What are you, a wolf?
I'm not scared. I'm not scared, Mr. Wolf. You can see that. I'm not scared. I don't have anything. Nice doggy. Nice doggy. A wolf, I'm sorry. Nice wolf. You are a nice wolf, too, aren't you? Yeah. You're friendly. What's your name, fella? You looking for your sweetheart, too? Have you got the blues, fella? You got lover problems, too, huh? Have you? What, did your mate run off like Loretta with some wolf, huh? Well, it's a dog-eat-dog world. I'm sorry, I mean a wolf-eat-wolf world. Let me ask you something. Was you ever shot in the battle zone, huh? No. That would be enough to make a grown wolf cry.
Grape it, please.
I cannot stand the way that boy holds her, you know that?
Do you still want her, Merle? Oh, go ahead, I can take it.
Wanda, please, why do you say things like, am I still wanting Loretta Haggers, for God's sake? And I'm right when I'm about to make a big decision concerning you, too.
A decision? Well, it seems like a serious one.
It is. It's very serious. About the most serious decision I made since before Jimmy Joe was born.
What is it, Merle?
want you to marry me, Wanda.
Merle, well, what can I say?
Say yes. I can say that you're the only woman I've ever known that could keep me on the straight and narrow.
Oh, I want to, Merle. God knows I want to, but... Oh, and you can stay on the straight and narrow, Merle.
No, we'll announce it on election eve.
You mean before we even find out if you won or not?
No, see, Garth Gimble is going to set up a press conference election eve, right?
Yeah.
So when the press gets there, I'll just say, how about it, boy? You want to come to a wedding? Wanda, do you realize how much coverage we're going to get on this?
Oh, Merle, it's a stroke of political genius. Most press conferences leave people being frustrated and cheated, but you seem to know instinctively how to please people, especially women.
I do my best.
Honesty and sex appeal.
Right.
Oh, Lincoln had it, JFK had it, and it's going to be your one-way ticket to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
Wait, hold on there. I'm not going that far. After all, I'm just a plain old country boy.
But that's what they wanted this year. Merle, I hope that your motives for marrying me aren't purely political. Well, a single man in politics is suspect. Even an ex-monk like Jerry Brown.
Wanda, you're the only woman who ever really understood me.
But I warn you, Merle, I'm not going to be used as a front for your amorous activities with other women.
What do you mean a front, Wanda? I'm talking about a wife, not a front.
And if I do agree to marry you, I want you to promise to bring home all your lust to me. After all, that's what marriage is, concentrated lust.
Well, now, just hold on there a minute now, Wanda. That's a promise I'm not real sure I can keep. I mean, not that I'm planning anything or anything like that, but I've got this perverted kind of lust for women. I'm not real sure I can kick that overnight. Hey, listen, if that's the way you feel, maybe we just forget the whole thing.
Oh, no, Merle,
listen,
that's not what
don't worry. Listen, Grover Cleveland was elected single, so don't sweat it, okay?
Oh, yeah, but
Really.
that's before everybody started asking who was and who wasn't. Oh, look, Merle, I know a compromise when I see one. Well, I'll settle for some of your perverted lust.
Mother, I'm so happy you dropped by. I can't tell you. It's been 2 years, I think, since I've seen you. Isn't that sad? But anyway, you look wonderful. You really do.
Well, I suppose there's no reason why I shouldn't look wonderful. I just had the most wonderful time with your sister. Oh, I had the best time I've had in I don't know how long. Well, 3 weeks with your sister. You can imagine.
Yeah, she's terrific.
She sure is. You knew, didn't you, that she and Richard had just gotten back from Rome?
Rome?
Well, anyway, she brought me the most beautiful present. I think they bought it in Paris. They stopped there on their way, don't you see? Oh, they stayed in all the finest hotels. Now, let's see. They started out at the Ritz.
But the present. Well, what about the present? What did Kay bring you?
Oh, just the most extravagantly lovely cloisonne pieces. 17th or 18th century. They cost a fortune.
Speaking of which, Garth bought me a silver tea service just last month. Unfortunately, I had to send it out to be polished, so that's why we have this old china set, which is kind of pretty, not great. But I wish we had the silver service. It would be much better. And polished, it's better still.
Oh,
it's got these...
Kay and Richard have so many friends. I got tired of the parties. Oh, I'm just kidding, of course. But the best ones were the dinner parties at Kay's house.
Oh, that's nice.
This is a tract home, isn't it, dear?
Oh, no, not at all. There's some houses that look like it, but then there's some that don't look like it. There are 3 different plans in this area. Some have 3 bedrooms, and others have 2 bedrooms and a den. It's a semi-tract. But it's definitely not a tract. You know, I thought so myself when I first saw it, but then I
How
found out that...
is Garth? Is he treating you well?
Garth? Treat me well? Mother, he's a prince, an absolute prince. He puts me on such a pedestal, I can't tell you.
You mean he stopped beating you?
Beat me? Mother, how can you say such a thing? He's such a gentle person, and we're so much in love, Mother. I mean, Mother, how can you ask such a... How can you possibly ask if Garth beats me?
When you had been married 6 months, you called me on the phone. You were weeping. You thought he had broken your collarbone. Do you mean he stopped?
The truth? No. And I don't think he can help himself, and he doesn't want to do it, but then he can't stop, and I think it's getting worse. I can feel it in my bones. It's going to get so much worse, Mother. I need so much help. I need so much help.
The answer is very simple, dear. You do just what I told you to do the first time.
What?
Leave him.
But I was pregnant then, and you wouldn't even let me come home and have the baby with you, and I had no place to go.
Leave him now.
I still have no place to go. I have a son who needs a father. I have never been alone in the world, and I was married before I was 20.
As I remember, I warned you about that, too. I can't help anybody who won't help herself.
You're not leaving.
Oh, I have to, dear. I stayed an extra week with your sister, and it's just thrown me all off schedule.
But, Mother, we were just starting to talk, and you haven't had your tea.
Oh, that's all right, dear. I prefer coffee anyhow.
But the cookies!
Oh, my darling, I had so much sweets with Kay and Richard. Oh, I think I must have put on 11 pounds. But I just enjoyed our time together so much. I'm only sorry it had to be so short. And I hope that things between you and Garth get better.
Oh, Mother, I'm sure they will. I mean, Garth is a physical person, you know, all man. And we have such wonderful times together, I can't tell you. We just laugh and carry on.
I'm very glad, dear.
Oh, that. Oh. I was opening up the refrigerator to look for some eggs for Garth's breakfast. Actually, it was brunch because he slept late, and I wanted to surprise him in bed with breakfast. And as I was looking for the eggs, Kunk!
Conk.
Kunk!
Well, dear, you give little Garth my love.
Oh, I will.
And as for you and big Garth, just keep laughing and carrying on.
This one was one of the biggest emotional hits I've had on this show. And a few really, really strong beats. And it starts with Mary at her notebook explaining why she's going to be going over to Tippy Toe's trailer. Before I get there, last Wednesday's episode, I think it was 173, was where she had the flashback, and something that I meant to mention that I just forgot, but the way the flashback was shown, it seemed to me like this was intended to be a whole scene, and my thought was that maybe it was kind of censored and chopped up so that it would be less objectionable. And I kind of wonder what happened in the scene, because in the writing since that episode, we see that it's a real event, that Merle was actually there, which we didn't see during the flashback, but which was mentioned and which Merle later talks about. And, well, I'm sad that we don't get to see the scene, and I'm curious what would have been directly there, although I think that we're kind of picking up that Mary was feeling hit on by Annie and that Merle was there as well, and there was some suggestion. But it's hard to say exactly what happened when they won't let you see it. Then Annie has a guest, and that's Mary, and Mary is just anxious the whole way through, and it has nothing to do with the things that she was anxious about before. I guess I'm surprised because Mary was fairly open to Howard last season and maybe morally judged gay couples, but now she's just terrified. And I don't really get why someone being bisexual could be terrifying. I get that someone is terrified. I don't get why. Mary is about as paranoid as I've seen her. I feel like she's more paranoid than she was with the bomb in the mental ward. And Annie just wants to comfort Mary. You know, I don't even know Annie's sexuality at this point. But it doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter because someone else's sexuality doesn't matter, other than, like, can I get with them or not get with them? But what matters more is that Mary is just going through it. And she's putting herself through it, but just because someone's doing it to themselves doesn't mean we shouldn't care about them. And Annie wants to make sure that Mary's comfortable, just settle down. And Tom comes over, and that gives Annie an opportunity to distance herself from the situation. And Tom has no idea what is going on with Mary. I mean, she did bring up the event last week to Tom, but he doesn't know why Mary is currently the state that she is. And then we cut over to the Capri Lounge for one of two scenes, and Loretta is in her old prom dress. And I'll tell you, I do enjoy Loretta and Charlie as a couple. I do appreciate their relationship and their affection for each other, but hearing exactly how they met makes me fairly uncomfortable with that. That she was the high school prom queen and he was a chaperone at the prom, and that's how they met. That's really gross, to be honest. I mean, I guess it justifies exactly, it tells their story and all, but if someone's a chaperone, they definitely should not be hitting on someone who is attending the prom. We get a song from Loretta and Mikey, and Richie is back. Hit It Richie. Hadn't seen him since season 1. I mean, all he does is play guitar, and Loretta says Hit It Richie, but it always made me feel nice that there was one person to come back to playing guitar. And then Loretta tells her story. She's heartbroken, and the only person to comfort her is Jody. And that's when Merle and Wanda come in, and Merle is really on the political track. And now that he is clear and focused in a goal, we see that he's, a few weeks ago I would have called him a good guy in terms of the positioning that he was in during the show. But he definitely, now that he has ambition again, he has been really, really engaging in his lust for Mary, for Loretta, and for Annie, but he's actually had sex with Annie. But then Wanda, he asks to marry him, and Wanda is smart. I really appreciated this conversation between Merle and Wanda because it's a negotiation. And I feel like in the 1970s, it was assumed that you get married and you're committed to one person. Wanda even refers to it as concentrated lust, which I don't know that it is. I think that every relationship is different, and that conversations like this, I don't love the outcome of this conversation, but the conversation itself, it's a negotiation of terms. In a relationship where you're committed to a person, you have to have some understanding of what's expected on both sides. And that's an evolving contract. It should not be just what you agreed at the beginning, but this is them building their contract together. And Merle says, well, maybe we should just call this off. But then Wanda is willing to let Merle be free as long as she gets some of him. It doesn't seem equal, but Wanda's willing, so it's not unethical, at least as far as we are right now. In between those two Capri Lounge scenes, we have Charlie on the bridge, really considering his jump, and he's lucky. He's lucky that the wolf dog found him. That's really the only thing that saves someone, is for someone to find them, and in this case it was a wolf dog. And the connection that Charlie has to another creature, I think, I don't know if we're going to see that dog again. Very sweet boy, I presume. I don't know the gender of the dog, but sometimes just being seen. And that dog did one thing. He saw Charlie. And I believe that's what saves Charlie in this instance. It's incredibly lucky. And I hope that Charlie comes back. I mean, I presume that the dog will be with him for at least a spell. Then after the Capri Lounge scenes, we cut over to the Gimbles with Patty and her mother. And at first I thought it would be a scene about comparing Patty's life to her sister's life, which was a current underneath the whole scene. But then Mom asks the question of how Garth is treating Patty. We find out why Patty feels stuck here, and we confirm that she is still being beaten. I don't understand why Mom has to leave. I really don't understand when you discover that things are going on. I guess Mom is offended that Patty feels the need to stay. But then Mom leaves. And I imagine that in real life, that's something that happens. In this scene, it felt like just a little too quick, because Mom knew what was happening at the beginning of their relationship. That was 14 or 15 years ago. And they got married because Patty got pregnant. And she had nowhere else to go. This was the first time we actually see Patty's emotions, and it wrecked me. I mean, I'm still feeling it. And Mom won't stay. And that's awful. Maybe we'll see, because Mary has not picked it up, but this is the first time that Patty said anything out loud about this, and that bruise is horrible. I was so happy to see a new haircut on Pat just a couple episodes ago, but now we see that it was a way of hiding the injury. You know, for a week or two, there were no injuries visible, and now we see that she continues to hide things. And maybe that she wants to hide things is why Mom goes. That she wants to continue the relationship is why Mom goes. But you gotta have someone to stand with you. It's the thing that saved Charlie's life, and for Patty, I think not having Mom may be, well, I hope it's not the end of her life. Heavy episode, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sharing your feelings and thoughts down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching and sharing your time with me. We will see you tomorrow night in Fernwood.